And welcome back to Love Your Food. This week we have our take on sort of a traditional North African restaurant. This is a very non-traditional take on shakshuka, which is basically just eggs poached or cooked in a tomato sauce, and typically served with something like a pita or something like that. We're serving it over grilled cheese sandwiches. So here's our ingredients. We've got some eggs, some tomato sauce, some butter, some really nice bread. We've got some sourdough here, and two different kinds of cheeses. We've got a Port Salut, and we've got this beautiful aged Swiss. It's nice to have a little variety of cheeses in your grilled cheese sandwich, because then you get a little bit of something that's really melty and something that's really flavorful together, and it makes a really nice grilled cheese. So we're going to start by slicing up our cheese. The Port Salut, you want to use your wire cutter for that. And the Swiss is a little tougher, so we're going to give that a cut as well with a knife. Don't worry if your slices don't look very good. This is all going to melt, and it's not going to make any difference once it's in your sandwich and melted on the in the grilled cheese. But you do want to get some good slices in there, and yeah, it helps to be generous in your sandwiches because, I mean, it tastes better for sure. So we're going to butter the outside of our bread, and if you want, you can also butter the inside, although the cheese is going to also release a little bit of oil, so we're going to put that butter side down. And we're going to pile the cheese on top there in the pan. You want to make sure you get a pretty generous covering of cheese in there. I mean, grilled cheese sandwich is pretty basic. Really, really simple and delicious. It makes a great, we did the tomato soup quite a long time ago. And in our picture, we had it with grilled cheese sandwiches, but we haven't actually shown one being made. So here's our version of a grilled cheese sandwich. A little bit of mustard on there, and that's going to go on top. And then we're just going to let that cook for a little while, let it really heat up, let that cheese get nice and melty, and put a little bit of butter on top. Now, while this is going on, we're going to warm up our tomato sauce, and you can flavor the tomato sauce however you like. Now, there are some fairly traditional ways to do that will make it more like a traditional shakshuka. But honestly, it's such a widely used dish now, and it started in North Africa, came to the Middle East. It's a very popular Levantine dish, also very popular in Israeli cuisine, and I believe it came to North America, or it's thought to have come to North America through Jewish cuisine as well. Once you've flipped over your grilled cheese sandwiches, it's time to get those eggs cooking. So we're going to put them into that nice hot pan in the nice hot tomato sauce. And this sauce is going to reduce. You can see it's still a little bit loose. We want it to be nice and reduced by the time we add it to our cheesy grilled cheese sandwiches. So once the eggs get to about this point, we're going to put this in the oven under the broiler just to cook the top part nice and firm. And honestly, how long you cook it is up to you. If you want them a little jammier in the middle, that's fine. You just want to keep an eye on them. And if you want them cooked a little bit more, if you want them done, pretty hard, then, cook them a little bit longer. And once you've got some good color on both sides of your grilled cheese sandwiches and that cheese inside is nice and melty, they are ready to go. So we're going to take those out of our pan. We're going to get any of that little leftover butter out of there as well. And then we're just going to cut these in half. You can see how nice and crisp that bread is on the outside. And on the inside, it is beautiful and melty, all that Port Salut and that beautiful aged Swiss. Really great aromas, amazing flavor for both of those. And then we're just going to cover it with those tomato sauce poached eggs. And any of the remaining tomato sauce. So this is a really interesting sort of variation on like tomato soup with grilled cheese sandwiches. This is a really interesting way to do it, and absolutely delicious. You get that little bit of cheese in the middle, you get that nice crispy bread, you get those beautifully cooked eggs, a little bit of salt on them as well, and that amazing tomato sauce that you can season however you like, and that's it. Really, really simple. Doesn't take a whole lot. If you've got tomato sauce made, we make tomato sauces in pretty big batches, and then when it's time to cook, we just pull out as much as we want to use. It's really, really simple. So if you like this recipe, please do like and subscribe. And if you have any recipes you'd like to see Chef Caleb try on the channel, please let us know in the comments below. And remember to love your food.